So coming up on today's show, should workers who are vaccinated be treated differently to their unvaccinated colleagues? Ocado, Next, IKEA, some of the biggest stores in the UK say they will only pay the legal minimal to unjabbed staff if they have to isolate due to COVID. But John Lewis, however, the big high street store, says it is wrong to cut sick pay for unjabbed staff. So do you agree? Number to call this morning, 03700 100 110. Text the show 81012. Emails to jason@bbc.co.uk. And we start by talking to the head of employment at Gamlin's Law, Elissa Thursfield. Good morning, Elissa.
Good morning, Jason. How you doing?
Good to have you. Yes, very well, thank you. What do you make of this move by John Lewis?
Interesting. I mean, it's very much in line with the sort of John Lewis image. They call their employees partners. You know, they're all part of the business. And what they're saying is we're not going to treat anybody any differently. There's enough divisions between people and the workforce generally, so we're just not going to do it.
Do you think we're in a situation now where we're looking at the jabbed versus unjabbed in many sectors?
Definitely. And I think, we're seeing tension between different sets of workforces as well. I know we have business clients that ring us and say they've had disputes or people saying, I won't work with that person because they're not vaccinated. So 100%, it's definitely there.
Are they on dodgy ground legally?
Well, ultimately, someone's vaccination status is medical information that's protected under data protection law, and employees shouldn't be discussing it. So it's something that employers should be coming down on and saying, look, if we've risk assessed your work environment and we've told you to work with this person, you should not be discussing medical information. You should be getting on with your job.
Well, that's the tricky part, isn't it? Because you're basically, as an employer, asking people, had the jab or not yet?
Yes, they are doing, and for those risk assessments, and so they can see, if someone rings up and says, I can't come in because I've been pinged, that was the word we got last year, that they know who can come in and who can't, and you can't establish that without knowing if someone's been vaccinated or not.
Okay, do you think other firms may follow suit?
I think we're going to see quite a good split, to be honest. John Lewis is one of the first, I think, to come out into the press and announce that they're not doing this. Many of our clients aren't differentiating between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated when it comes to sick pay. But there are those who, financially can't afford to be paying people full sick pay when they're off because they've been pinged. And that's the section that we're talking about. It's not those who test positive. It's just those who've been pinged as a close contact. And because they're unvaccinated, they have to stay home.
Thank you, Elissa. Good to talk to you. Elissa Thursfield from Gamlin's Law.